everyone, and welcome to my favourite and worst products of 2017. There's quite a lot to go through, so I'm just going to go straight into it. Alright, the first product is actually quite old now. It's the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. It's really good. It just takes your makeup off. Like, you just put a little bit on a cotton pad, wipe it over your eyes, and it will take it off pretty easily, actually. I've been using it for about a year. It's probably like my 6th bottle. I absolutely love it, and I always wash my face on a night. Don't necessarily do it in the morning, but whenever I exfoliate my face, which is maybe 3 or 4 times a week, I use this Soap & Glory, the greatest scrub of all. It's absolutely fantastic. I use a little scrubby thing, a little scrubby brush. It's so good. Get it, it's really good. It's about £8 a bottle. And then moisturisers. I really struggle with moisturisers this year. I seem to have had the worst skin I've ever had this year. It's really strange. So I finally settled on this one. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. Now, I've been told that gel moisturisers are actually better for your skin because they're water-based. They're not oils, they don't have silicone in them. This one doesn't. I read the ingredients. It's really good. It's about £5 and it's lasted me, well, it's still got some in there now, and I've had it a couple of months. So, moving on to makeup, my favourite thing. I'm sorry about my voice, by the way. I'm recovering from a cold. I'm going to start off with primer. This one is by Benefit. This is a Porefessional. Mine's very battered. This is great. It's really good for filling up your pores and just smoothing out your skin surface, especially if you've got like texture from acne or spots on your chin like me. This is especially good for your pores, especially here in this sort of area and on your nose. It just smooths everything out, makes you a nice blank canvas. Favourite foundation of 2017 and 2016 and 2015 hasn't changed. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Oh my god, it's just amazing. Like, it just covers everything. It stays on all day. It's expensive, yes, but it really does do the job. It's not drying. As long as you get that moisturiser down before you use this, and you use a beauty blender. That was something else I meant to put in my favourites, a beauty blender, but it's very dirty. I'm a little bit ashamed of how it looks. Next up, we have concealer. Now, this little bad boy is going to hide everything. It's thick, it's creamy. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. It's the best, honestly. I use the colour Fair Neutral. I use this under my eyes. I use it to highlight down my nose, my forehead. It's absolutely awesome. It's really thick and it is expensive. I think this is about £16 to £18, but honestly, you need to try this. It's not drying under your eyes. It completely covers everything. You need it. Setting powder. Well, this is quite unusual. This is quite difficult to find in the UK. You can get it on Amazon, but it's a lot more expensive on Amazon than it would be if you lived in America. This is the Airspun Loose Face Powder, and I use the colour Translucent. It's amazing. It just sets everything really well. It's great for baking. Just go steady with it though. You don't need loads of it. It just comes like that, and you just tip a little out into the lid. Use it as you need it. It's great for covering up your pores as well. It just melts into the skin really nicely. This is a fairly recent bronzer. Bronzing's not something I've really started to do. I started doing it back in sort of September time, just sort of towards the end of, you know, summer, when you're supposed to use it. But this is the Hoola Lite bronzer. I have gone through so much of this. Look, there's hardly any left. But I absolutely love this bronzer. It's just the perfect colour. You don't look orange. Oh, and to go with it, I would highly recommend getting the brush that comes with it. I use this for everything. I use this for blush, I use it for bronzer, I use it for contour, like using the powder all over my face. It's such a nice brush. It's supposed to be turquoise, but it needs a wash. My contour and blush that I've been loving in 2017 are by NYX and Soap & Glory. This is actually a NYX blush, but it's in the shade Taupe, and I'm not sure they still do it anymore. I heard they were discontinuing it, so I bought quite a few of them because I absolutely love this for contour. I'm using it on my face today. It blends so nicely. It's really pigmented, so a little goes a long way, but it's an absolutely fantastic contour colour for me because it's quite ashy, it's not too warm. You know, I can use my bronzer to bronze me up. This blush, I feel like I've had it for a year and nothing is happening to this pan. It still looks like there's plenty in there. This is about £10 from Boots. It's Made You Blush Cheek Colour in the colour Rosy Chic. It comes with a little brush underneath, but I've never used that. It's just a lovely, perfect shade. It's really natural, really buildable. A little goes a long way. I love, love this stuff. Alright, moving on to eyes. God, this seat's uncomfortable. Ugh. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Paisley. I use this for priming my eyelids. It's really thick. You really don't need a lot of it, but it just gets rid of all those creases in your eyelids. You set it with powder before you put your eyeshadow on, and everything just blends in so smoothly. You get the perfect transition colours with it. It's great. I really would recommend that one. For mascara this year, I've absolutely been loving the Paradise Ecstatic by L'Oreal. It's a really, really, really good mascara, but it doesn't last very long. I don't think there's much product in here, or it dries out really fast, or I'm not screwing the lid on properly or something, but honestly, this is such a black mascara. It makes them thick and long and curls them. I absolutely adore it. It's $11.99 and I'm probably using like one every other month. I don't know, I just seem to go through it. Maybe I wear a lot of mascara, but I cannot recommend this highly enough. It is such a fantastic mascara. It just separates them all. It makes them all thick and chunky. I love it. And for eyeliner, I've been using this for at least a year. This is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in black, obviously. I'm going to show you what used to be my favourite, which is now one of my unfavourite, worst products. But this is the, what do you call, oh, my tummy's grumbling. This is the brush. It's so thin, like you can just be so precise with it. Oops. It's fantastic. I absolutely love this, and it's so black, and it doesn't crack. It doesn't like go patchy or anything. It's really buildable if you want that super thick, perfect wing liner. I'm using it today. I absolutely love it. Okay, and I know I'm buzzing through these, but it's going to be a super long video if I don't. Okay, I have 3 eyeshadow palettes that I couldn't have lived without this year. My number one, which is like my everyday go-to, is the Tartlette In Bloom palette. This is by the makeup brand Tarte. It's available on QVC in England, or you have to get it shipped from America. This is my absolute go-to ride or die palette. It has everything you need. It has 3 shimmers, all mattes. As you can see, I have my favourite colours. But this is just absolutely perfect. You can create a natural look with the lighter shades, or you can make it really smoky, pop a little bit of shimmer on there with this lovely gold down here. This is called Funny Girl. It's lovely. I absolutely love this palette. It's got a great big mirror. It's totally worth the money. You need this in your life. Now, a palette I got this year, which I really didn't think I was going to like, is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I really did not expect to love this as much as I did. It was really out of my comfort zone with all these like bizarre shimmer colours down here. I mean, yeah, if you cover up this side, it's like every other palette that I own, but then, whoa, what's going on here? The shimmers in this are amazing. They're so soft, so pigmented. There's a little bit of something for everybody in there. You can definitely take this with you if you're going on holiday, and you can make any kind of look, whether you're going out, simple daytime. Absolutely love this palette. One of my favourite colours up here is this sort of shimmery pink. It's so soft. I absolutely love it. You can just layer that up, or you can just sweep it over your eyelid. Oh, I love it. And finally, one of the best eyeshadow palettes of all time is, of course, the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's battered, it's been loved, but honestly, this is, if you like a warm eye, like just gorgeous red oranges, this is so perfect. These are the softest, most blendable eyeshadows you could ever try. It's expensive, it's about £42 from Beauty Bay, but it is just to die for, especially in the autumn when you're using all those warm, cozy colours on your eyes. This one, and this shimmer colour here, Vermeer, is just the perfect inner corner highlight shade. Oh my god, I just love this palette. I try not to use it too much because I just feel like my eye looks gonna all look the same if I just use this all the time, but you need this eyeshadow palette. It's so easy to use. Okay, so for 2017 I have an oldie but a goodie for my favourite highlighting. and I also have a new one. So my oldie but a goodie is this sleek highlighting palette. It's called Solstice. It has 3 powder highlights and 1 cream, which I don't really use. I don't like cream highlights at all. But this is absolutely blinding. If you want to absolutely blind the haters, then this is the one for you. It is so... Look at that. Oh my god. I absolutely love this. It's so shiny. And it's so cheap. It's available in Boots. I think it's about £8 or £9. It's a fantastic, fantastic highlighting palette. And I was surprised how much I fell in love with the Fenty Beauty highlighter. This is the Killawatt. It has 2 different shades in it. They're quite similar shades to each other, but one is slightly more glittery than the other. I usually started using this side more, obviously, as you can see, and then in the end I just ended up mixing my brush over the top of them. But one of them is really chunky, the other one is really blinding. It's sort of hard to show you, I guess, but they are very beautiful, shimmering, lovely highlighters. Now this is where it could take a while, as I have quite a few favourite lipsticks. They're all liquid lipsticks. I'm sure you know that is what I live for. I'm going to start off with one from Sleek. This is in the shade Shabby Chic. This is the Matte Me. It's lovely. It just suits everybody, this colour. It doesn't last too long, but the colour just looks gorgeous on you. If you can keep this in your handbag and just top up throughout the day, you'll be fine, but don't expect it to be long wearing. But it is a beautiful shade that seems to suit everybody. I believe my favourite brand of liquid lipsticks this year has been Lime Crime. There is one that I've been using all year, which is Polly, which is a lovely shade. It's dried out so much, I need to get a new one. But it's just this lovely pinky colour that seems to suit everybody. And what I like about Lime Crime lipsticks is that they last all day and they don't crack, they fade away, they look lovely. Oh god, I'm so full of cold, I'm so sorry. I really like sort of peachy matte colours on my lip. This one that is here, I really couldn't tell you how to pronounce it, but it's part of a lip kit that you can only buy 4 colours with. In fact, I've shown it in one of my vlogs. It was a cigarette packet of 4 different lipsticks, and this is the MSLF shade. I love it. And if you want a perfect red matte lipstick, I cannot tell you how much I love this Red Rose shade from Lime Crime. They do another one called Red Velvet, but this tends to be a little bit more pinky in colour. It's just beautiful. It really does suit me, and I just love it. I feel so glam when I'm wearing it. And a couple of other shades that I have really loved this year especially is this Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade Queen Bee. Yeah. This is, again, a really nice sort of muted mauvey pink. There. It's very similar to the other colours. I know I kind of stick to the same sort of colours. And then my favourite brown liquid lipstick, which I got last January actually, is this Bow and Arrow shade by Kat Von D. It's just that lovely sort of 90s brown lipstick. Finally, I have some setting spray. I have 2 setting sprays. I have the NYX Matte Finish setting spray and the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. Both are amazing. I use this one sometimes if I'm having like a night out, or I know I've got a really long day at work, or it's the summer, I'm going to get really hot and sweaty. I will just spray a little bit of this on my face after my primer but before my foundation. It just seems to help it last so long, and it really does keep you matte. But if I'm going for a bit more of a dewy look, which I tend to be doing more these days, I tend to use the MAC Fix Plus. I do use this every single day. It smells amazing. It just melts all your powder into your skin so you don't have that cakey powdery look on your face. You need this. If you wear powder foundation, you need this. It's just going to make you look flawless. Okay, and finally, the last thing I have is a brush set. This is a complete brush set that you can buy. It's by Juvia's Place, and it is just the face and eye set brush, I think. I will link everything that I've talked about down below in the description box if you want to find it. These are amazing. I use every single one of them every single day. In fact, I've got one missing. There's a smaller version of this tapered blending brush. I use this one on my eyebrows, this one for underneath, smoking things out, this one for blending, this one for correcting my concealer on my eyebrows. These two I kind of go between for setting my under eye with my powder. This one I don't use so much. I use this one for packing a little bit, but this is a great little blending brush, especially if you want to get like right in here and just fluff all that out there and that blending. Juvia's Place, amazing brushes. They're synthetic, they're cruelty free, so they're just great and they look fantastic. Like, how gorgeous are those colours? Golden turquoise, that is my thing, oh my god. An honourable mention, it's not makeup, but I absolutely love this nail varnish in 2016. This, is it 17? Oh my god, 2016. 2017, oh my god. This is a nail varnish from New Look, and I think it was like £2. What is the colour? Show Business. It is absolutely beautiful. I don't have it on today, this is gel, but it's very similar. It's very sparkly and it lasts. You get it for like 3 or 4 days, it doesn't budge. Absolutely great little product, Show Business. So those are all my favourite products of 2017 and probably 16. There's a lot of repeats in there. It was a great year for makeup, especially eyeshadow palettes. That just seemed to be the thing, didn't it? Okay, so now we're going to move on to my biggest disappointments, biggest fails in terms of products. Sorry if you use any of these. This is just my opinion. Please don't get upset or think you shouldn't get these products. This is just my opinion. As I said earlier, I've really struggled with my skincare this year. I started off using, in the beginning of the year, products by The Ordinary. Oh my god, this stuff is junk. It's horrible. It smells like really chemically or of nothing. I don't like that. I like stuff to smell fresh, and this was just awful. I never got spots before, and this stuff, anything. I had 3 different products by The Ordinary. They just brought me out in spots. My skin looked really dull, dry, spotty. I became more oily. I hated it. I don't know why I carried on using it. I thought, oh, I'll push through and keep going and it'll get better, and it didn't. It was awful. I would not recommend stuff by The Ordinary at all. Okay, next I've got a couple of primers, one high-end, one drugstore. My drugstore one is by NYX, and this is a shine killer. This is like you are putting glue onto your face. It is awful. I didn't like this at all. I felt like my makeup would just slide off. It didn't grip anything. Yes, okay, it did help hide my pores a little bit, but that did not compensate for the fact that my makeup would last half as long as it usually does. NYX Shine Killer. For my high-end primer, I'm not really sure if this is a primer. They advertise it as a primer, but it's really not. This is the Illamasqua Radiance Veil. Now, this is weird stuff. I love Illamasqua primers, but this one, you can see I've tried to use it and it's just not working. It is like a gel highlighter. It's very strange. Like, it's so watery and it's so shiny. I'm sure it's great, but it just makes your pores look enormous. Like, that is not what I'm using a primer for. It doesn't help stuff stay on longer. Yes, it does give you that brightness, but if you don't put anything on top of it, or you wear like a light coverage foundation, you're gonna look like a tin man. It also says that you can use this on top of your foundation to create a highlight. Don't do that, because it literally blotches, moves your foundation, picks it up, makes it patchy. Just don't use it. This is the worst primer ever. Oh my god, I cannot talk about how bad this is. This is a setting powder. It's by Love Rosy, which is available from Marks and Spencer's. This is the worst. It's like talcum. It's worse than talcum powder. It is a pure white, translucent finishing powder, supermodel silk. It is just awful. Can you see it like flying up into the air? Ugh, it's just awful. It is so finely milled, and you just look like a ghost. And it smells awful. It smells really chemically. I hate this stuff. I've used it twice and I never used it again. You get the worst flashback with it as well. Ugh, no. Blusher this time. I have so moved away. I used to live for cream blushes. I used to love the Bobbi Brown cream blush. But no, I just seem to have moved away from that one. So one of my other favourites this year is this MAC, what is it called? Cream Blend Blush. This is so sweet, so easy. It's too pink for me. I don't use like these little dolly pink kind of colours anymore. It's very, very, like you can see on it there, it's so oily. It doesn't blend very nicely. and there is not much colour pigment payoff there. Don't know if you can see. You don't get much, and these are expensive. You know MAC's expensive, but I don't think cream blushes are. It seems a bit 80s, doesn't it really? Concealer. Oh, what a letdown. This is IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. Now, it says it's full coverage, anti-aging, waterproof concealer. Great, but I'm not 50 years old and I don't need something that is this thick. Oh my god, I can't even get it out of the tube. Look at it. It is so thick. If you have serious under eye wrinkles, it's so thick. I mean, it's great. It would probably be so good for somebody with older skin, very dry sort of under eyes. It would work for you, but for me, it's just too thick. The flashback on it was really bad, and yeah, really expensive as well for not very much. So yeah, would not recommend. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I have highlighters I'm disappointed with. Oh my god. Right, okay, where do I start this? This is Jeffree Star Princess Cut. It's horrendous. What a waste of money. I have actually tried to scratch the work surface off to try and get some payoff, because I thought, oh my god, I've used a mucky brush, I've created that oil on top. Look, I'm rubbing my finger on it and there is nothing there. It's just appalling. I actually contacted them to complain about this and how poor it was. Never heard anything back. So Jeffree Star Skin Frost Highlighter Princess Cut, just don't go there. In fact, my other Jeffree Star highlighter I do have, Ice Cold, is better, but it's not great. The other highlighter I was really disappointed with, and it swatched so good in the shop, is the Too Faced Love Light. Blinded by the Light is the shade I have. Oh, I swatched it and I was like, this is amazing, it looks so good. Like, it really does seem like it's gonna, you know, pay off quite nice. Like, it looks amazing when you do that. But I've used it today and I don't know. It's not a worse makeup, it's a disappointed, because it just seems so good in the shop and it really wasn't. I mean, it works okay when you use a little bit of Fix Plus on your brush to intensify it, but on its own, really disappointed, especially for the price. Eye products, oh my god, again, it's Too Faced. This is the Too Faced Cat Eyes eyeshadow palette. What were they thinking? Oh my god, and what was I thinking buying it? Just look at that. I mean, how uninspiring is that? Okay, the black's not too bad, but it's not great. Like, it's still really powdery, they seem really dry. They're very unpigmented, especially these two here. Like, they've supposedly got a bit of shimmer in them, but I never reach for this. I look at it and I think, what am I meant to do with that? It's totally not my kind of colour scheme. I don't know why I bought it, but I suppose if it's your kind of thing, it's a good little size for travel. It does have a mirror underneath there, so if it's your sort of thing, you can create a nice little smoky eye, a powder eyeliner. It's quite nice, but to be honest, I don't know anybody that would use this. It's just so uninspiring. And this is my most unfavourite eyeliner. I used to live for this eyeliner. I couldn't do anything without it. But I believe they've repackaged and reformulated. This is the Sleek Dip It eyeliner. It's crap. It's just awful. It's watery, it's patchy, the brush is too hard. It's not a brush, it's one of those sponge ones. But I lived for this stuff. I couldn't recommend it enough to everybody. How do you get your eyeliner so perfect? It's this. Well, I'm afraid it's not anymore. Really disappointed with it. And finally, my last two worst products are one liquid lipstick and a lipstick. This is the Super Matte Liquid Lipstick from Primark. I know it's Primark. Like, some of their products are really good, but these are terrible. You even look at a cup of coffee and it fades. It's just awful. The applicator is really poor as well. Like, it's too big and flat. You can't get any definition with it. And it's just really poor. I think it's so worth just spending like £3 or £4 extra and getting a sleek liquid matte. They tend to be a lot better. This just cracks and rubbish. And the lipstick, which I'm really disappointed with, is the Illamasqua matte lipstick. Sorry, this is in the shade Corrupt. It's so dry. It's too matte and it's really chunky. Look, I have to drag it on my skin to make it work. The pigment's great and it does stay on, but it's so dry. Like, you just don't want to wear this, honestly. Ugh. And that is it for my best and worst products of 2017. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I will link everything in the description box down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And leave me any questions or comments down below, and I will get back to you with my answers. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!